Hello everybody, it's time to get this stuff going again. Welcome to fall of 2020. Woo, I know we're all excited. I hope that this will make things a little better for you. I'm really excited. Yesterday I went and I printed out our Bible study. Been working on it for a while, and I've got this nice notebook. It's all in there. It's all printed. Got to do another print for myself because I made all kinds of tweaks and changes. But I wanted to show you a little bit about it and let you make your decision for one, joining us, and two, what kind of format do you want it in? I hope everyone will join us because it's going to be a great year. I cannot think of a better book to study right now than the book of Acts. Last winter, late fall, when I started really praying about it and thinking, Lord, asking Him, what do you want us to do? What is our next step in our women's ministry study together? And continually felt brought back to Acts, and finally sometime in the February or something, I was asked, and I thought, okay, I'm going to go ahead and say it. And so everybody was excited with me, which is huge because it's a commitment. It's 28 chapters and we're going to do it. But on one hand, I second guessed and said, this is the worst time in the world to do such a long study. Everybody's crazy. But then I was like, no, I think the Lord really convicted my heart, because He said, what better time to do this than to commit this time to me and what I can show you that can come out of this. Because during the decades that Acts was being written and was all that Luke observed, it was 30 plus years that were absolute mayhem and craziness. That's what we're kind of living through, only this has only been less than a year and it feels torturous. So it's going to be good to really dig in and study this together. So let's talk about, what is that going to look like? Well, I've got two formats. I've got an e-version that I can send you. I've made an ebook through Pages. It's a Word document, so I can send that to you. You can have it on your device, and you can print it out at your leisure and do however you would like to. I'm not going to do that, and I'm really excited to have this paper version that is much more affordable than I was afraid it was going to be. So this is going to be $15 that I can bring to you this Sunday if you let me know by Saturday morning. I'm going to show up with them this Sunday, and then those who linger, I'll bring the following Sunday to the service. If you're taking stuff in online, you can just come and pick it up off my porch. But they're $15, and they're going to be in a folder for you. And so what does it look like? Well, I've got a few good things about it. My artist has been helping me. She's on retainer all the time. I have this nice weekly schedule, so there's going to be any guessing as to what are we studying this week. You're just going to be able to look at the date, and it'll tell you what week. If I have to send out another one of those and we have to tweak things throughout the year, then we can do that, but I think it should be okay. You do have a couple of pages with intro. We've got a couple pages that say key people and key terms. Maybe even a key location page. I haven't decided on that yet if I'm going to throw that in there. I think we can do that through the key people, and that would probably be the better way to do it. But as you take notes for yourself to write down as people emerge and throughout the book, and then they do their thing and come back in, it's really fun to study that and see these individuals that the Lord used, because you're one of them. We are one of these key people in His massive work that's happening, and your journey, just like all these other people's journeys, matter. We are continuing the work of the Spirit, and that's what we're going to be talking about in Acts. Each week it will look similar to this. If you can see this page, it tells you the week here, and then as we go down, you're going to have the same repeated questions. They're consistent throughout, except for cross references. They are to the chapter that we're studying. And then there are these guiding questions. So there's 5 of these throughout the study, and I have prayerfully chosen each one of them based on which speaks to this specific lesson and study the most. And some of them, I had to spend more time in, thinking, Lord, which one? But I'm really excited about this because this is going to be, inspirational, challenging, humbling to really say, okay, what is my views on this? What am I good at? And I will show you. There's 5, like I said, and one of them is the topic of sharing the gospel and evangelism. One of them is developing a better biblical worldview. One is about being an image bearer, that while we are all members of the new heaven and the new earth, we are still here waiting. And what is it like to live on this old earth as an image bearer? It's on the persecution, spread of the gospel, and the work of the Spirit. Those are a question that'll be at the end of each chapter for us to really ponder and see what the Lord, how He's growing you and how He's challenging your heart. That's each week. And then I'm really excited. You guys know I like this, but I didn't go crazy with it. Also, because it was so affordable, there are several of these in the back. So I tried to find maps that when I came upon something and said, what is that? Where on earth is this? I love geography and I love history, but some of it I was like, I have no clue where this is. And so when I would ask those questions in my own study, I went and found a map. And so one that I tried to find ones that would be the most helpful throughout the study. So there's 4, lovely color, very thick paper. I usually put mine in plastic sheets anyway to protect them, but Paul's journeys. And then one of the things I found most helpful is this timeline. And so it covers almost 100 years worth of ministry. And so this is going to be supremely helpful and something that you'll want to help you not just during the Acts, but through, to keep on hand. All of these actually, they are not necessarily specific to Acts, but they are definitely helpful in this study. So all of that is going to be coming to you in a folder if you want the printed version. Like I said, I will have them on Sunday at the church service. $15 for that. I'm going to get a registration link to help. And if you just want the ebook, that's dandy. I can get it to you this weekend as well. You will just want to print it yourself. If you want any type of hard copy, you can just work through the questions as you want. Those are the formats that we're looking at. As of right now, we are subject to things like the school system and how many people do we have in our house today kind of thing, because we're not quite sure what this school year is going to look like, or are they going to send our kids back and forth? Typically what we have done over the years is that everybody meets in my house and we sit on the couch and we grab food and drink and we have the best time in the world. If your schedule is flexible, for those who aren't so flexible, we meet on Sunday mornings before the service and we chat for a while and laugh and do our study together. We still might be able to work out before the church service. However, right now there is no midweek study in the middle of the day. I'm not even certain. All of my kids are in middle and high school now, but how much am I going to have to do with this school stuff? So because of that, at least for the first 2 weeks, we are going to be on Zoom and doing this largely independently. One thing I did want to recommend and talk about for a second is potentially having a study buddy or two. So to team up with someone in the church that wants to do, that plan on doing this, and you're somebody that you would typically be talking about it with anyway, but you may meet sitting on your porch and at, safely distanced. That's what I can encourage at this point. But I even wanted to see about getting my study buddies and recording it for everyone, or doing the Zoom together. So that was going to be my recommendation, is grab a study buddy, and when we figure out the Zoom time, then perhaps you've studied it all week, you get together and watch the teaching, and then you can talk about it together, or we can all Zoom with our study buddies and discuss it together, which would be super fun because it might at least feel a little bit more like we're all together. I haven't worked out the details on when we're going to Zoom, because if we do it in the evenings, then it's really hard because of community groups. If we're going to do it sometime on Sunday, I don't know if that would even be a possibility that morning early or what. Please shoot me any recommendations or preferences that you might have, because community groups are in the evenings, and so anyway, a lot of logistical issues with that. So I'm not going to press the Zoom as much because I know people may just have a hard time with that. We may have a hard time with schedules, at least for the first month or so. However, we can definitely watch the videos together and discuss it in partners safely. Ultimately, the church just really wants to be able to keep everyone safe, and we want refuge to be a refuge. We don't want it to be a haven of COVID that you're going to come and get sick, and then everybody knows it as, well, that's the church where everybody gets sick. They don't really take care of their people. Like, we don't want to do that to anyone, and as we're missional, we don't want that reputation within the community. We want to be a church that is a refuge for everyone, whether this COVID stuff, you have health issues that make you higher risk. We want to protect you. You may be someone who's super frustrated by all this, join the crowd. We still want to be safe. We want to be respectful for everyone, and so our Bible study formats need to resemble that love and respect. I do want to say this as well. This is going to be the first time that we've been online with recorded things. In the past, people have asked, hey, can I bring a friend? Hey, can I have someone join? This is a time where you can. If you want to use this as a time of evangelism, or introduce someone to our women's ministry and bring them into the church, this would be a good time to do that. That you might want to extend the invitation, or meet with someone and have a backyard Bible study together. You have the freedoms to do that, and you would just need to get another copy of the study. So that's a exciting opportunity for us that we haven't had, that COVID has created. So we want to take all the opportunities that we can. One other thing that I wanted to mention is that for people who graduated Thrive 2 and want to go into Thrive 3, this is an option to do together. And we can tweak that if you want to talk with me. We can tweak and add a few things for you guys to go in a little bit deeper into the study if you wanted to. So here's what I need from you. I need to know which format you want. If you want an ebook or if you want a print version. You might even give me a preference on folder color if you're really specific. I'm going to be going and getting those, so if not, I'll just pick whatever. I'm waiting on a few things from my artist. She's making a cover sheet for us to go on the front, and a couple other things still. But otherwise, we're really ready to go with this, and I'm really excited. So we're going to kick off on August 18th. I'm going to give it a week for everybody to kind of get, I pushed it back a week for people to get, and myself, situated with whatever we're having to do. And then we've got this scheduled all the way through the first or second week of May, from August 18th until May. And so I hope you can join us. I know it's a lot of commitment. For everybody whose schedule is fluctuating through the year, that's okay. They're going to be recorded anyway at some point. Even if we're meeting together, we're still going to record them, because I know between babies being born and kids sick and whatnot, the craziness this year has increased. So we're still going to record it. So there's no reason why everyone can't finish the year of studying Acts together. And what better thing to do than to commit this time to the Lord with this book of the Bible. So I hope you can join us. Let me know what you want. There's going to be a registration link. It is $15 for this printed study. So excited about this, and I hope you are too. So we look forward to it.